Rowdy Tellez has seemingly found a home in Milwaukee.
Oh, we're staying with the Brewers here, you know, Roflo. I tell you what, Rowdy Tellez is an interesting guy for me. When I was with down with the Blue Jays at camp a few years ago, he was just coming up, and they're like, man, we really like this kid. He's got big-time power. And then with the Blue Jays, never really got a shot to kind of get going, DeRo. 2020, when he got some at-bats, he and Teoscar Hernandez led that team. Then last year with George Springer coming, he got sent down to the minors. You know, it just didn't have the at-bats, and now he's in Milwaukee. I want to take a look at what he's doing right now. He's doing some pretty impressive stuff. Rowdy Tellez, his abilities excite me moving forward. You saw him last week. He was NL Player of the Week. He's leading the NL in RBI. I just saw right here. He hit a grand slam. Look at this big-time power. Then he almost goes deep again. And another pitch, middle in, hits one off the top of the fence. 8 RBIs, kind of coming. The story I love, though, when I go back to Toronto and say, oh, man, never really got a shot, never really got going, kind of did here and there. It reminds me of a story of a guy that we all love, and I had to bring it back because I came up playing against this guy.
Where are you going?
How about Big Poppy?
Get out of here with this.
Listen, I'm not comparing Rowdy and Big Poppy, but I'm comparing the story. Big Poppy was with the Minnesota Twins for 6 years and never really got the playing time he deserved. All of a sudden, he goes to Boston. What happens? He becomes Big Poppy. Same kind of age as Rowdy Tellez, 26, 27 years old. Lean back, Big Pop. I had to get you in the show somehow. Rowdy Tellez, man, this guy's got big time power, and he's a really good hitter. Left center, right center, dominates the gaps. The biggest thing about Rowdy this year, he's hunting the fastball, and he's hitting it. The elite players in this game, they hit the fastball. Rowdy Tellez this year is hitting .881 slugging on the heater. That's what makes great hitters great. And I think Rowdy's process, his approach is getting there. I had to take a look. I had to amuse myself and look at their swings. A lot of similar things. Look at that right there. A lot of similar things. Middle in, they stay in the same place. They got the same kind of power. I tell you what, when I look at Rowdy and I look at Big Poppy, I just think it's fun. I think it's fun to look at the story of Big Poppy. Big Poppy just wasn't Big Poppy when he went to Boston. He was 6 years with the Minnesota Twins. I saw him in the minor leagues in '97 coming up, and I was like, wow, this guy's really, really good.
Really?
But really good, dude. Really good. Left center, crush balls. But I was like, man,
why Minnesota never gave him?
Yeah, why is it not taken off? But look at this. Look at this. This board we have here. Highest slugging on fastballs. This
really?
Season. Rowdy Tellez. Look at these names. Rowdy Tellez at 81.
And he's been in a little bit of a scuffle.
Yeah, I know, and he's going to even probably get hotter. Arenado, Mike Trout, Ward, Ramirez. We're talking about Taylor Ward. We're talking about some of the best hitters in the game right now.
You came up as an everyday guy, right? Like did you come up as a kind of a bench dog, or were you kind of
I came up as an everyday guy. No, I was behind Jim Thome. If I didn't get traded to the Reds, who knows what happens? But I was an everyday player.
I think that's the biggest thing, listening to him and watching him. When, like I came up as a utility guy who had to move runners and get bunts down and pick guys up on a Sunday day game. And I was result-based in my approach. I didn't care what it looked like. Find a way to get a knock. Find a way to get your average going. Be on base, add some value that day because I knew I wasn't going to be in there the next day.
Right.
And I think Rowdy Tellez is like earned an everyday gig where he drives to the yard. There's something different.
You know you're sitting in the 4-hole.
You know it.
Yeah, no.
So you become process-based, and it's an extension. One game builds on the other. You can give away an at-bat. There was times when I would hit where I'm like, man, I want to get jammed this AB. I want to, like, recalibrate off the heater and just give one away, like a grounder to second or whatever. But I didn't have that luxury. It was like, no, I need a lawn dart over the first baseman's head,
right,
or I'm getting sent to Richmond. Him being in a lineup every day, I just think it breeds confidence. It breeds a sense of just being able to relax.
You're the guy. Yeah, that's what I say.
Hitting in a great ballpark.
Yeah, the reason I went to the Big Poppy comp is just because, like I said, I came up with Big Poppy. I watched him from the minor leagues all the way up, and I was watching him in Minnesota, and I go, I know there's more in there. I know there's more in this guy. And then when he got to Boston, they're like, hey, you're our guy. You're going to hit third every day. Let's see what you can do. And then he became Big Poppy. I'm not saying Rowdy Tellez is going to be Big Poppy. That's not what I'm saying there. But the story of this guy has some ability that's untapped.
Yeah.
And like I said, he's leading the NL in RBIs right now. You give Rowdy Tellez 600 at-bats, I just want to see it. I want to see, is there 35, 40 homers in there? Is there 115, 120 RBIs in there? You know what I mean? Does he become a player that, oh, yeah, he was one of those guys that Toronto kind kind of gave up on. No, he got every day at bats in Milwaukee. Became something that, wow.
Yeah.
Pretty nice story. So we'll see. You know, time will tell, but it's fun to look back and look at to see when guys get a shot and they get some confidence. Man, just
that's
like
that's the beauty of being able to come out here on this show and give time to guys like Rowdy Tellez, Shane McClanahan. Like that's why we love it.